Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the must-have tools or electronics in your RC collection. This here is a Lipo Checker, or a buzzer. You can see on the side we have pins here. That's so you can plug your balance connector into the side of it. Now what that's going to do is read the total battery voltage as well as the individual cell voltage using this LCD screen. At the top here you can see some buzzers. So when you're operating this on your RC, you can change the settings so whenever the total battery voltage drops to a certain point, that's going to start buzzing. That's so you know that the battery has been drained enough and you can turn the vehicle off. This little unit can be used from 1 cell lipos all the way up to 8 cell lipos, so you're not going to have a problem with any of these batteries. I'm pretty sure I've never even seen a 10 cell battery before, not even an 8 cell, so you're definitely going to be able to use this for all of your lithium batteries. It says it can be used for Lipo, Li-ion, and Life batteries, but we all know and love our Lipos, obviously. And it says to claim a 0.01 voltage accuracy. And that should be correct. I don't see why any of these units should be off by at least 0.01. It should not be a problem. Cell voltage range, obviously that's pretty basic. You're not going to have the battery fully discharged. You're not going to have the battery extremely overcharged because, let's face it, when have we ever gotten a battery to 0.5? Just a bunch of other little stats. Now you can see the text at the bottom here. It says, alarm will sound when voltage is below set value. Default value is 3.3 volts. Push key to change voltage cutoff and save. So this right here at the top, really it's a button, but I guess I like to call it a key. So when you have the unit on and it's plugged in, you can press that button and it's going to be able to change the settings for when low voltage detection goes off. So, either way, if you're not familiar with electronics, when a battery goes under load, the voltage goes down a little bit. So if you were running a fully charged LiPo and then you hit full throttle, it would be under a lot of load, and then the total voltage of each cell would probably go down to 4.05, because that's just how electricity works. So anyway, I guess now we're going to grab one of my graphene batteries, plug it into the side, and then show you how it works. So for this example, I'm going to be using a 3-cell battery, but it works the same for all the different cell ranges. So right here we have the balance plug. You can see that they have 2 sides on it. This would be the top, this would be the bottom. What I like to do is hold the voltage thing upright like that, have this plug backwards, and you're going to plug it in to the far left. So we'll just do that right now. Once it starts up, it's going to make some very loud beeping noises, so if you're doing it in the middle of the night, I would not recommend it. It is very loud. Alright, so now you can see the whole thing is on. You can see all these different numbers coming up. What do they mean? Well, first of all means the voltage of the entire pack, so that's only to the accuracy of 0.1 instead of 0.01, unfortunately, because they don't have enough room on the LCD screen. But they give you pretty good information on the individual cells. That's to 0.01 of accuracies. You can see it appears that each of these cells are at 4.18 volts. So then once the sucker's under load, it's gonna drop. You can see while the unit's on, we can still press the button on the top. So what's that gonna do? So you're gonna be able to keep this on for like only about a second, so you need to keep on clicking. But right now, the last number would be the individual cell voltage at which the buzzer would go off. So right now we're at 3. Well, 3 volts per cell. Now we're at 3.5. And once you go past 8, it turns to off, so you could just use this thing as a Lipo Checker instead of an alarm. Now it's at 2.7. I don't recommend going down that low of a setting. I'll keep it around 3.2. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Anyway, that's a little overview of these little Lipo checkers. This one is made by Bias. I like it a lot. You could even take off the case, if you see in a second here. So if you're running this in like a racing quad where you don't want a lot of weight or a lot of space sticking up, you could just have this little unit instead of the entire thing. A lot of these different brands make their own little Lipo checkers, and there's even some generic ones. I'm sure you should be able to find some on Amazon, eBay. They go from about $2 to around $10. Get one that's right in the middle, like around $5. You want to get something that's fairly decent and not total garbage, but yeah. This is something you should definitely have in your RC workspace if you don't have it already. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys later.